in the pepper spray machine. So let's see what's going to happen as they come to the line now. Lights are out and we're racing. Bowman gets the drop. Oh yeah, he gets a huge advantage over Economides. He just set the pace perfectly and he leads into turn one with Economides on his tail. Good start there from the third place as well. Nick Cap's just being squeezed out for fourth. But up into turn two, it's the Pepper Shield car out front that is now looking to try and get away from this pack and hopefully keep them all at bay.
Well, I must say, hats off to Kobus in front. He also broke a diff at Kalami. He flew in a diff, didn't arrive in time, managed to find some second-hand one somewhere, fitted it on the car on Wednesday. Thursday took it for wheel alignment, and he's at the track. So well done to him putting all that effort.
And look where Craig's got to. He's made up about 4 or 5 positions off the start as well. So the slightly quicker Class D car into the mix there in the mid-pack of Class E. Hasn't quite got to the front of Class E just yet, but not a bad start there from the Victron Energy machine. Trevor now trying to close things down on the short straight for the first time. Wadley, a little bit out of shape there from Wadley as he came onto the braking point. Now as they come down into the turn 6 inside line coming from Economides, Boma will try and hold that outside line, which will become the inside for the first part of the dog bone, and he does that to perfection.
I think they're the top 4. They're going to have a ding-dong battle now. Ari's also trying to join the battle, and Shane, he's also improving. He's done a bit of work on his white and blue car just behind Ari in shot.
Ari, I think, has certainly got a chance of being in the mix here with these guys, trying to close the gap down on Hapst. Nicholas Hapst in 4th. You mentioned, look at that. Krobler having a much better run this time out. But a bit of pressure coming from the 101, or the 301, I should say, Fatty. Fatty's there as well, so he's got to be on the defensive and on the attack at the same time. Not always the ideal position to be in.
They're both running 330 motors in those cars, so they're pretty much equal on power. But it looks like Ferdy's going to try and take him on down the long straight. I think he's got a bit more power.
But a lot more downforce, which might be actually a disadvantage on that straight with that big wing. It would have slowed him up slightly. No DRS engaged there, but Krobler managed to hang on. First lap done, 8 laps in total to be completed. So we've still got 7 more to go, and this nice pack getting through the first couple of corners and the first 4Ks unscathed. No one going astray, no one going off track. That's always a good sign. So 18 cars still in it.
Class D is pretty much reliable cars. They last the race and they have lacquer battles in between, especially in D, and then also the top end of E. They have a nice battle there as well. But Boma, what's happened to Boma? He's fallen back.
Boma's fallen back there slightly, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. He must have had some kind of an issue somewhere on track and didn't see exactly where that happened, but certainly something went wrong. It's Economides leading things out. It might have been going into turn 2. Oh, Ari diving up the inside of Nick. Nick just able to keep him out. I think it probably down into turn 2. He maybe ran wide and had to come back on again, because it's always a very late braking corner to stay ahead, and he was under a bit of pressure from George Economides into turn 1. So maybe a mistake there from Boma has now dropped him out of contention.
Ari's also still doing quite well. He moved up into Class D at the beginning of the year, and he's improving all the time, so well done to him as well. And there's Nicholas in front, and Shane's under pressure again from Ferdy. And Kobus, I think, is trying to attack Trevor Long now to get back to the front.
He just wants to get back to where he was earlier on. Not always easy to do that. Tian van Rooyen, also a man who's certainly getting to grips with the M Performance Racing Series after joining it.
I think he came from driving a Porsche 924, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
That's right. He's certainly a man to watch out for. In fact, if he's running, he's got an onboard camera that clips to his helmet, which is quite awesome to watch. If he's got some of that footage, we might be able to get some of that later on and watch that on some social media channels. So watch out for that. But look at this now. Things starting to open up slightly. Kobus Boma coming straight back at Trevor Long as they come under braking for the final chicane. Van Rooyen behind them. More importantly is having a look at the way that the things are lining up in the classes. George Economides now is plain sailing out front. There's not really any answer whatsoever from Roland Hopkins or from Nick Hapst to Economides' pace out front. And Boma has got about 7 cars to make up before he gets there.
Yeah, but he's managed to pass Trevor Long already, so he's moving up.
He's got through on Long, but he's got, what do we got? Van Staden, Krobler, Van Heerden, Habst, and Hopkins. Those are not easy cars to find
And
away past.
Economides.
And then he's going to get to Economides, exactly. So 6 cars to make up before he catches the leader, and I don't think that's going to be able to be done within the space of 6 laps. Not when they're so evenly matched.
Yeah.
You look at the lap times there, look at those.
I think if I'm not
13s and
mistaken,
14s down to 7th place.
all the guys in the top 5 or 6 all running 330 motors, all pretty similar except the Boxy, he's a 325. So they're all pretty similar power outputs in those cars. So it'll be a good race all the way to the end.
We'll certainly keep an eye on Boma's progress, that is for sure.
The taxi's coming under pressure from the Victron, so he's trying to move back into the Class D guys. He still hasn't got there. With Craig Herbst.
As you said, great effort there from him to get the car back here in time just to start the race.
Unfortunately, we just couldn't get him into his grid position in time. But
he won't worry. He's out on track. He's racing.
Yeah, I think he's happy.
He doesn't worry about that as long as he's racing. It's not a problem for him. And I think that's what a lot of these guys are. You know, they're not.
We're not professionals.
Exactly.
We don't have pit crew, and we fix our cars ourselves. And well, some of us don't really know much about cars.
I don't know who fixes your car.
I'm a bean counter.
But they're certainly not you. Yeah, exactly.
So but thanks to Shane. Shane actually he does my car.
In
picture there was Car, and she had a bit of an off at Kalami, and they've now resprayed the rust bucket. Now it's a nice grey colour, so it's got proper paint on it now.
Good job. So inside line there from Craig, moves up 1 position ahead of Matty Wadley. Slightly wide. A lot of cars do that on the exit of that corner.
Yeah, well, thank goodness they've added a stretch of tar there. Before there was nothing there. So a lot of guys used to go off there.
Yeah. A little bit of runoff, a little bit of rumble, strip out on that outside point. And certainly helps out a couple of these cars when they do run wide.
And there's Miller time. Well, Johan Miller.
I was about to say, you haven't seen him for a while, eh?
Yeah, he's enjoying it. He came from drag racing and he's loving circuit racing.
So he's learned to turn left and right now as well.
He doesn't just go straight anymore.
Yeah, Miller up into 14th overall, just ahead there of Sakuru.
Sakuru's also a new guy to the series. He came from karting, so he's trying out. He's racing with us to try and get a national license eventually. So he should be racing with us for the whole year and hopefully more into the future.
So he'll be looking to possibly move up into maybe one of the Polo Cup or Gazoo Racing Cup classes, I'm sure. Get some experience here in the BMW M Performance Racing Series is not a bad thing to do. As you said, there's Ninaba. Good to see her.
We've had a few guys go through the race series. Roland is.
Hopkins out of shape properly. Onto the grass.
I think he's in Randfontein or what? He's going all
what
over
happened there? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So,
he's in the Wild Wild West, not the Far East where we're racing right now. So, that Richard Scrap Metals machine getting out of shape onto the short straight, allowing both Habst and Ari through.
But now he's coming back at Ari, so let's see if he no, he's not going to make it.
Well, he can't if he puts it on the dirt all the time.
Yeah.
Those Dunlops are not going to love the dirt, that's for sure. Particularly when you've been off track on both sides. So maybe he's got to give it a lap, get the tyres back and clean and up to temperature again. But unfortunately, he's lost out a lot of ground. That's moved Nick up into 2nd place now.
But he's got a long way to catch George. So, and George, he's quite quick with that car. He's a Swartkop specialist, but good to see him out at different tracks now.
He certainly is known for his abilities at Swartkops, but he's also been pretty good in the past at Red Star Raceway. We saw it earlier on in the 111 Sports and Saloons. And, he was in a big fight at the front end there with the Porsche of Philip Meyer in his Golf 1. Similar livery to what he runs here in the BMWs, but always good to see Economides fighting hard, and he's certainly a top contender in any category that he races in. Trevor Long also starting to build back at Kobus Boma, and also joining possibly onto the back end there of Van Staden. So halfway stage reached and 4 to go. We got Economides, Habst and Van Heerden leading things out in Class D. And it's Tian van Rooyen by the looks of things who leads out in Class C.
E,
sorry. E, yeah. I've got to remember.
I was going to say, if it's Class C, I should be on track.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Better way of doing it, Greg. Let's just put the classes up on the screen. That's probably an easy way of watching how things are turning out there.
Kobus Boma's now overtaken Ferdy van Staden as well. Now he's going to try and chase down Shane Krobler. What position is Shane in? About 5th.
Yeah, fifth in class.
So Kobus has moved up into 6th position already. Ari's still putting on pressure there onto Nick.
Ari wants by.
Yeah, jeez.
Ari wants by in a big way. Nick Haps running colours at a BMW, I think did about 1990 or 1991. They ran a competition worldwide where everybody around the world had to send in their special liveries to BMW.
Odd cars.
It was odd cars, that's right. And I think that odd car livery looks pretty good on his car. It's something completely different, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, totally different from a full-on black car that he used to.
Yeah.
Well, that specific car was black. So yeah, nice change up for him. And great to have new sponsors on board, individual sponsors as well, backing the guys up. He's got the CIM sponsorship now. His dad's got the Victron Energy, and there's a lot of other guys with their sponsors. It's great to see guys backing up.
I think it's testament to what we're seeing from a live stream point of view and the reach that it's getting. People are seeing the value in it and seeing the value in terms of running sponsorship on the cars and getting that value and the leverage back again from that sponsorship. Here comes
and it's
a move.
great also to see new drivers joining. A few
100%.
more that want to come and join. They're busy building cars. So I'm quite proud of that the way the series is growing. And there was a move by Kobus Baum. He's now past Shane Forber.
Yeah, moving himself up into the top 5.
Yeah.
So Baum into top 5 after that mistake earlier on.
I'm sure he must be kicking himself for whatever he did in that second lap, but at least he's moving back up.
He knows he's got the pace. It's reverse grid for race 2.
Top 5.
Top 5 so
gets
he will get him pole.
So yeah,
that's where he needed to be.
If he stays there, he'll get pole. Correct.
That's probably what his goal was, to at least get into that top 5 and stay within the chances of that reverse grid working in his favour.
Yeah, but remember, he had pole for this race, and look where he landed up. So it doesn't guarantee you nothing.
Maybe he'll learn from his mistake.
Yeah,
that's the important thing. Shane Grobler certainly going to learn from his mistake as he tries to close it back down again. Ari running. Oh, Ari's got a problem.
Spinning.
Ari's got a problem there. You don't spin out like that. Not usually. Something went completely wrong there for Ari.
Overcooked it, I think. Maybe he got on the loud pedal a bit too fast.
Maybe.
But now there goes Kobus Baumer's pole, though.
Yeah, there you go. He's on to second.
Yeah.
So Economides in the Fina colours.
It's also a lovely looking car that he's got there, well prepped as well. I think this guy that preps the car is called Craig. So also a very well prepped machine.
Preps all these race cars, and they're all very much at the front end of each of the battles that they fight in at regional level at Extreme Festival here at Red Star Raceway. We're seeing the same from Economides now ahead of Hapst. And it's Ari van Heerden who spun out, who now loses third place and promotes Roland Hopkins back up into third.
Miller's now
into fourth.
Miller's now trying to chase down the taxi. He's looking for a lift there, looks like.
Possibly looking to squeeze by if he can. Let's keep an eye on that little battle as they come out of the dog bone. Hopkins still hanging on.
At least he's recovered. He's now in fourth. He's got gifted that position back. So he's recovered well.
So a little off track earlier on. Tian van Rooyen is still hanging on to the lead of Class E. And he's got about 4.5 seconds over Eddie Rodriguez and Matty Wadley. So Tian really has got to grips with his car pretty quickly. And he's quite confident in it as well.
And good to see Eddie as well. He's also new to the series. He joined this year. I think he missed the first round. So from the second round he joined us. Also a brand new build by Grobler Motorsport. And also doing well. So well done to him. But who kicked up dust there though? I couldn't see. Someone kicked up a bit of dust.
It might have been Matty or Eddie Rodriguez in the background just putting a wheel on the dirt. Tian hangs on. So the gap is like you'll possibly see second place coming in now.
Yes. I think they've caught up to him, and Miller's passed Matthew. Miller's managed to get past.
Miller's managed to get through there on Matty Wadley as they came across
on the straight. He likes drag racing, so on the straight.
Yeah, there you go. He's good in a straight line, man. Oh, Matty Wadley's got a massive problem out of our window there. He actually just spun out of the chicane. He's got back on track again. That's possibly why. Maybe the pressure there coming from the drag racer.
Or maybe he wanted to pick up somebody on the side there.
Oh, maybe he saw somebody on the sideline. Headed to the Shell garage for a quick refuel.
He actually did that just now. We just drive the car to the garage, not a problem. But now Miller's now chasing down Eddie. So he's right behind him now. Eddie's fallen back a bit.
That Hydro Trans machine is definitely on a big move here in the closing stages. He'd love to be top 3 overall, and he's made his way up there. Now I wonder if he can maybe even get higher up and possibly close down on Rodriguez by the close of this first heat.
And Craig he's now at the back of Class D. He's now in his position, in his class. So he's moved all the way through Class E from the back.
Yeah. So ticked them off one by one, found his way through. And now looks at
Oh, that's Devil Smith. He's gone off somewhere.
That's
Where is
a turn 3, I think it was, right behind us.
it? Okay.
Right behind us here, turn 3. So Hapst in second. He hasn't got an answer to Economides.
I actually thought they would be closer together. They're normally quite close, but he has been catching him. He's slowly, but yeah, it's a bit too late, I suppose.
But I think maybe you might even see that Economides might have rolled out slightly as well. Let's have a look at his lap times. 13s. Oh no, Nick's actually picked up the pace. Nick's doing 12s. So it is Nick that's putting the pressure on. Consistent 13s out of George Economides. He might have to just up his pace slightly for this final lap. They're about to start it.
Probably had it too easy, and now they're catching up. And he's not too far behind now. Eddie keeps going quite well into the long
he
straight.
doesn't like that off-camber right.
Yeah.
So there's Economides, your race leader, heading into turn number 2. As he comes out of that one, you can see he's got a little bit more pressure than what he's experienced all race long. Coming from Nick Capps for second.
And he's caught up quite nicely. He's now right up, almost up to his bumper.
Just close that gap down a little bit more. He might be able to use the slipstream on the back straight on the final lap.
They've actually managed to get away from the third person using third. Roland
Hopkins, yeah. Perhaps running wide, slightly different line. Late exit point of turn 3. And late exit point of turn 5 as well. Trying to carry corner speed and get the drive onto the short straight.
I see Ari, he's fallen quite far back. He's like in between the Class E guys after that spin. I wonder if he had any other issues since that spin.
Maybe just had to wait for them to come past to get onto the track in a safe position.
And he was fighting for it
almost there.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, it might have given him a little advantage on the restructure of the grid with the reverse grid in race 2. Ari would be finishing. No, he won't. He won't be in that top 5. So it won't help him at all.
Devil Smith also fallen back. He's just in front of Karen. He's also in Class D, so he's fallen back second last. And so far we've got all cars on track, 19 cars.
Yeah.
No one's having issues so far.
No one's had an issue in Class D and E here today.
Great run by them.
Good run onto the back straight. Oh, a little bit too good. I was about to say, Haps was pushing hard, but he pushed a little bit too hard. And off track onto the dirty stuff. That's going to give Economides the win without any problems at all. So Economides coming through the final chicane.
That's easy for him.
As they kick through there for the last time.
You can just chill past.
Yeah, just put it in neutral and cruise across the line.
Well done, George.
Economides takes the win. Haps in second. Quite a way back there to Roland Hopkins for third. Still on here between Miller and the 7-7 of Eddie Rodriguez.
Kurbis managed to get up into fourth, so not a bad
nice recovery
comeback, yeah.
Nice recovery.
And Craig Herbst into seventh, from all the way in the back. So well done to Craig.
Tiaan van Rooyen, hand out the window. He takes the win.
We just got to now go check if none of them broke out. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure you're going to bring us that information.
Miller got past Eddie.
He did. Miller time.
Nicely done. Tonight,
Nicely done. So he comes through for top 10 as well overall. That's a nice run there from Johan Miller.
Rodriguez. So he got past the track taxi as well. So
yeah, but that was because he went off there in the chicane. Here comes our
007,
Mr. Bond.
Mark Bond. Mad Mark Bond.
Yeah, Mad Mark Bond.
And he's flashing his lights.
I like it.
I think
I like it, Robler.
that car.
That's the way to do it.
And here comes now Ari.
Ari surviving.
And in front of Ole. And Devolt, the last of the batch.
So yeah, it was an incredible start. Kurbis was on pole. Went a little bit wide onto the back straight and we took the lead, and yeah, we held it till the end. I saw Nicholas coming at the end, but I was maintaining, and yeah, look, it ended up being an easy race. Quite a contrast to my 111 GT race, but we had a few problems on the Golf there. But yeah, the BM didn't miss a beat.
It was a tough race. Struggled with temperatures there. The tyres were done near the end, but the entire way just full attack there. I thought I nearly lost the lead there at the start, but got a little line on the inside in turn 1 and just ran away from there. So yeah, definitely we might consider some other tyres for the next race. These ones are done.